We're here now. It's far too late, but I want to play Pathologic, so we're going to play Pathologic. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for the Pathologic? Because I don't think I am. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think you are. We're going to get this going. That's a high energy intro right there. You actually get this. And blammo. Almost at the end of this stuff. As I said, it's going to sneak up on me. I'm glad I already got my book set and stuff here. This is day 10. I might, because I don't know how long. That's probably actually something I could have done today. Maybe I'll do it over this weekend or start working on it. But start making assets and stuff.
Traces of the supernatural reveal themselves.
I want this stream to look nice for when I start reading shit. And I got cold fingers right now. So I believe I went back and slept. Yeah. I'm in the Sobrovs. Did I remember to take off my clothes before sleeping? Pathologic Man Online? It's not going to be Pathologic for much longer, my dude. I mean... We're almost done. This game's almost gonna be Rest in Pizza. This is gonna become where is it? Where's my boy at? Is it like in the? Oh, I think it's in the bedroom. Give me a moment. In the Venera. Right over here. You can see it. But yeah, I got my copy of War and Peace. Well, that's War and Peace is probably what I'm playing next. Or well, I'll be playing Katamari. I'll talk a little bit about what I'm thinking about it. I'll at least go through a bit of the book and gauge how well it runs, you know. But instead of just standing still, let's talk while we walk and do things. Did I take my clothes off? I did not, so they're all damaged now. They're all now down to 70%. So here's what we're going to do. But yeah, take off your clothes before you nap is the new rule for this game. Okay, so what did I do? Is this after taking all the drugs I want to take? I don't think so. Okay, yeah, I remember. I wanted to take... Gives me good immunity. And then we take morphine. Sleep for 6 hours. Oh, shit. I forgot to take off my clothes. One more time. We'll get this. But yeah. We got War and Peace happening. That might be for reals. See, look at this. 84%. Yeah, I lost about... Is it 2% per hour? That might be how much durability you lose. Oh, right. So let's make sure.
What? Neither the sun nor death can be looked at.
I'm guessing neither of the Soborovs will have any jobs for me. And I know my sister is somewhere in Bone Steak Lot. But I'll check Katarina, and I'll talk about my ideas for doing the War and Peace stream. My /lit stream. I thought she was T-posing on me for a moment there.
Look just
but
like
while I make my way
buttons,
to Alexander.
don't they?
Yeah, nothing new here either. Oh yeah, and there's some weird shit going on with Yulia. She might actually be doing something. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna do up, like, cause I do, pause this real quick. Because when I'm arsed, I can actually make a fairly put together thing, such as like this, which I got my dual camera going right now. I'm going to do something equally good for War and Peace. Namely, I'm going to probably read at least each chapter ahead of time, and I'm going to have pre-prepared things like campaign maps for the Napoleonic Wars and stuff of that nature. All the stuff that would be relevant to what's going on in the book to better contextualize it. As I've said a few times, a lot of people, a PDF up in the corner. I don't have a PDF on. I mean, I could probably get a public one. That's something I've thought about, is how much do I want to show text? Because that might be hard to go through, and the PDF may not be, PDF translations oftentimes are fairly poor in quality. I've thought about having the actual text up on screen, but I don't know a good way I want to do it. But as I was about to say, especially at least myself, but many others can't really define where or what Prussia was.
Where are the orderlies? Those lazy bastards.
Prussia like exists in this weird void where people, they know their medieval histories, they know Rome, vaguely where Rome was in Greece. Yeah, I'll check it out. As a forewarning, it probably won't match what my translation has, but it might be fine. It might be better than nothing, and then I'll have Katamari playing in the background, and then I don't know. It makes me crazy if I don't have sound in the background, so I'll probably end up playing some kind of music, some sort of like really light music without lyrics for ambiance, but that's something that worries me. So. Yeah, I mean, because this is day 10, I think. So we got only 2 days left. Imagine not studying Otto von Bismarck's life. Yeah, no. So get hype, people, because in 1 or 2 weeks, we might be reading all of War and Peace. Maybe not all of it. My deal right now is I'm going to go through the first book and kind of gauge how smoothly it goes, so... We'll see after that. Anyway, is this generic text? Yeah. Okay. I don't have any letters of someone to go to. I mean, I guess I do have leads of go speak to Yulia. I might just be waiting for a letter right now, though. Alright. Guess if you're gonna make me fight. Any cool stuff happened last stream? Actually, it was surprisingly exciting. Everything kind of just worked out last stream. Yeah, I'm guessing were you kind of tired last stream and checked out early? Yeah, it was one of those things where I found my sister in just the house that I guessed, and she was exactly there. It was one of those days that just everything worked out. I don't think anything exceptionally exciting. Yeah, it did feel like fate, I won't lie. No, I mean the biggest stuff is talking about just War and Peace right now. And when that stream completely falls apart.
I keep forgetting the most basic things these days.
No one wants to talk to me. I guess I can go back to the Inquisitor, even though she said fuck off forever. I don't want to talk to you. And I still haven't gotten any way to cure sick people, but at the same time, I'm not sure if any of my bound have gotten sick. I'm realizing. Normally by this time I'd have some sick bound. I mean, maybe as long as I just successfully complete every main quest, maybe I'm good. I mean, I was going around, like, you know, blessing people and stuff. I was just thinking, I'm gonna turn a corner and then just one of my bound is gonna be sick.
Clemency is born not of virtue, but rather of fear.
But, I mean, I got one thing of Schmouters. Beyond that, though, if any of my guys got sick, I'd be in a bad way right now. And in that same breath, if someone that is, well, dead, that was a really good trash can. If anyone dies and I end up needing them, i.e. if Sticky ended up dying, I don't think so. I mean, I've been going around giving out meds. Little graphical glitch here. Interesting. But I'll go this way. Away from the plague. Oh, that's locked off. Can never go along the coast. But yeah, just wander around. It's 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. now. Haven't gotten any sort of letter. It seems unlikely. Oh, I met with the powers that be yesterday. That's something that was interesting. Going for a drink, but I'm about to enter a plague quarter. Let's not do that. Let's be smart. Oh, there we go. Knockin', really? You're famous. Come at once. Everybody is searching for you still. Although not as much as they did before. You're on the good side of the Canes now, so better watch the Inquisitor. Reuben has made a discovery about you. Signed by the hand of Knockin'. Soul in the halves. Chieftain. Alright. Oh. Concerning a thing. Talked about, Grumpy just posted a PDF of War and Peace, and I've been thinking about this myself, is having text up on the screen as I read it. Naturally, I can't have the text of the book. Is everyone alive? As far as I know? I'm gonna have to give that a big maybe. Oh, score. The amount of shooting right now. I'm trying to think of who's sick. Andrea is sick. Georgi is sick. Sticky is sick. That might be it. That sounds like too few, though. And naturally, not having Panacea, I don't have a way of curing them. I've been giving them occasionally, monomycene. Got quite a bit of it, at least. I'm losing train of thought, though. Back at Septipus. Would you know a good way of having text up on the screen? Is it a good idea? Is it just going to be a mess? Because I'm probably going to have various infographic type things. Heraldry that people can recognize. That way we know if we're talking about Prussians, if we're talking about the French. Give an idea of what families we're following. I don't think, as I've said before, I don't think that any real battles actually happen in the first book. Well, Notkin's sick. That's a new development. Okay.
We'll never recreate a town such as
So,
this.
yeah, I'm not sure
It mustn't be destroyed.
what would look good. I feel that having text up on the screen would help people follow along. But at the same time, are people going to be more interested in just kind of like closing their eyes or, you know, having it on as background? Which kind of sucks because I don't think Twitch doesn't give you viewership if you actually are like out of the tab, which I find they used to, but now I've noticed if you tab out of Twitch stream, it tends to not count you as a viewer, which I think is kind of bullshit. I get why they do it. It's for advertising reasons, but it's at the same time, come on. Have you heard the news already? What news? Ruben's made a discovery about you. You should see how they're fussing now. Walk about and bribing the kids and sending out messengers. As if we were on the eve of a battle, no less. And it's all to do with you. Why do you think so? They're all Clara this, Clara that, and how it'll be the worst thing in the world if you slip away. Two of the lads have heard Reuben and the bachelor having an argument about you. So heated that they almost got into a fight. I feel like my voice is cracking a whole lot today. Not sure why. Maybe it's just me. What do they want from me anyway? I'm telling you, Stoch Rubens found out something about you. Maybe you've done something nasty. Not that he'd be in a position to judge you if you did. By the way, I'm not looking forward to having to read a bunch of shit in French. Because the French isn't translated in my copy of War and Peace. I'm going to have to read it in French. Because that's the way it's written in War and Peace is there's sudden passages that are just in French. Pot calling the kettle black and all that. Same goes for the rest of those gentlemen. And you, what do you think? I'm going to find out what's going on. Well, I've warned you, so my work here is done. Will you join our gang? No. No, I won't. Okay. He competes with Bad Grief, and he's on the side of Haruspix. I don't think I want to actively support Notkin. I mean, maybe I just missed out on information, but if that's the case, whatever. But yeah, I don't plan on it just being a raw reading. Although I don't know how much I can just talk about the book. I don't know how much I can just book club it, you know what I mean? But I plan on doing some research to make sure I know like the historical context and understand the goings-on a little bit better. And can also explain the goings-on that are happening in it. So I'm going to do my 1805 research. You're still not Reuben. You weren't Reuben last time, and you're not Reuben this time.
Truth does not do as much good in the world as the appearance of truth does evil.
Bachelor, what have you done with Reuben? Oh, it's you. Well, as you can see, all that's left of Reuben is a curt note. Who invited you? What are you up to? Me? Nothing special. The only thing of interest that's keeping me here now is the role Reuben's discovery will play in determining the fate of the polyhedron. What discovery? Reuben believes that he has uncovered your secret. He reached that conclusion after studying the inner structure of Simon Kane. And where is he himself? Gone to the Crucible with good news. And considering that the only good news as far as the Kanes are concerned would be that Simon was still alive. He probably knows how to resurrect Simon and save the town from the commander's cannons. Otherwise, it's suicidal. And what do I have to do with it? I don't know. I think you're part of his calculus, Clara. Could he be counting on your help in implementing his plan? When will Reuben be back? Quite likely never. Why? Because the glorious Kane clan's cards have been reshuffled. Georgi and Victor have faded away. Family tradition requires them to perform some kind of duty that will soon, if not already, result in their demise. Maria's calling the shots now. Does she have a reason to dislike Reuben? I can foresee that she'll have a reason to dislike his discovery. Maria is quite content with the way things stand now. If Georgi and Victor sacrifice themselves to the memory of their departed, guess who gets to rule? Does this mean Reuben knows how to bring Simon back? Simon is not simply dead. He was pulverized into atoms, and drops of him are now coursing through the veins of several hundred people. Even a miracle worker can't resurrect someone who's in this state, which means that Reuben is proposing a half measure that will hardly impress Maria enough to make her refuse. Will you go with me? I have other plans. Reuben is doing one stupid thing after another. The fact that he's relying completely on you but still hasn't let you know about it is more proof that Reuben is primarily seeking to atone for his wrongdoing against the Canes. I wouldn't want to interfere. So I'm going to have to go to that horrible place again. Okay. Transformations, metamorphoses, again and again, over and over. How is it possible for demons to change the very nature of themselves? The Bachelor is involved with me, and my path will take me to the Crucible. Again, I'll have to face Maria, for she is the keeper of the key to the mystery which binds me and Reuben together. Alright. Make sure Bad Grief is okay. I have all these police badges, and I've never gotten anything to do with them. Yeah, Grief is cool. Did I miss out on something cool to do with the police badges? Or did they just suck, or what?
He who loans him.
Because I can sell them to Bad Grief for like 5 each. 4. Even worse than I thought. Him and his military grade shit. Oh, I can actually get the army gloves if I really wanted them. Probably not worth it, though. Yeah, I've gotten 40 police badges. And I figured that at some point in time, I'd bump into something that would allow me to, say, exchange them with someone, or, you know, something of that nature. Okay, so I guess we gotta go say hi to Maria. And my sister is somewhere, so I don't think these houses, these two might be, but I don't think these houses are technically infected. But she's somewhere near Bone Stake Lot. This is the day that, the bull is impaled on Bone Stake Lot. Which is at day 10? Yeah, day 10. So let's go say hi to Maria. I can't find like a good place to put my coffee right now. That feel. Don't let me forget to open up that PDF in another tab, by the way. I'll do it when I get a chance, but as I'm moving between places. Before it gets, like, bumped out of the chat. I'm not sure if I even really have... Oh, this is the last of my water. I mean, I'm pretty set inventory-wise. My only worry is that some bound will get sick and I'm not going to get Panacea. I mean, maybe there's an opportunity for me to get Panacea towards the end. You know, very last day. Or maybe just part of the gimmick of Changeling is none of her bound get sick. They're too busy being blessed. Save, of course, me screwing up my jobs. Alright. So day 10, the plague's going to be really aggressive, so... On our toes here. I think I technically walked through that, but none of the animation happened. Managed to be in for just one frame or something. Alright, Maria.
The foreman has found something out. He's not himself.
No, I'm not taking you seriously anymore. Tell me, Maria, where do they take Reuben? Don't you dare touch me, pest. I can't shut the door on you. You can enter any house, but I will protect my own person from your attentions. Tell me where Reuben is, and I'll leave. Such a shame. Such a shame. I'm losing strength by the minute, and all of the servants capable of bearing arms are off taking Reuben away. Or else, I'd have made oh my god, I cannot speak today. Whew. I'd have made short work of you. But why? The two of you are in it together, aren't you? Yes. He said he was going to carry out his bloody plan using your hands. But don't you worry. When my domestics are back, I'll send them after you immediately. They'll never chase up to me. Okay, I guess I gotta go to the commander about it. So this will be the field of our final conflict. Maria has decided to destroy Reuben, but he may still be alive. My final confederate, the commander, will help to set him free. Come on, Block. You're gonna be my boy. Had to get through 3 campaigns for Block to be my boy. I'm hoping he pans out. I just had a thought. I need to get like some draw fag in here to do illustrations while I read War and Peace. I'm thinking about the part where a bunch of Prussians are I think it's a wedding party, and they get drunk and decide to like start planking off of like a 5th story I can't think of words. When you got like a landing outside your house. My brain's not working. A stoop? No, not a stoop. Stoop's to the floor. Balcony. Yeah, they all start betting each other how long each of them can hang outside of windows.
Where are the orderlies? Those lazy bastards.
Okay, yes. What business brings you here? Has a doctor, Stanislav Rubin, been brought here? He was likely accompanied by several armed people. Yes, indeed. A giant of a man dressed in leather. He was dragged along by 12 people. Was he really a doctor? What had he done to earn such honors? I was about to say, no, not Haruspics. I was like, oh yeah, they're both huge. They're both huge leather-clad men. The way I like them. I shaved my beard and mustache specifically to pull in the giant leather-clad men. Oh, the soundtrack in the commander's room? Yeah, it's pretty dank. Is he gonna lead me to the Haruspics? God damn it. I would never describe the Bachelor as a giant, but I guess he's also leather-clad. Yes, he's a doctor. What's happened to him? They demanded in an insolent manner that we place him under arrest. I prohibited that and demanded an explanation from them. I ordered all of them brought here. They refused. A gunfight ensued. We shot 4 of them and captured 3. The rest managed to vanish with the prisoner amid the commotion. May I talk to the men you captured? You may. I will issue an order to let you into the jail, but be careful, they say it's dangerous inside. Infection. I can't contract the disease. Man, I cannot speak today. I don't know, maybe this, like, now cold coffee is making my mouth dry or something. Alright. The soldiers have attacked Maria's servants. They have captured one of them and thrown him into the jail. He'll tell me where Reuben was taken. Yeah, well, that's right next door. Oh, is this going to be one of those chase your tail days? I feel like I haven't had that as the Changeling yet. I don't think there's a way to avoid that. I said I wanted to die, didn't I? Enough temptations for me. I don't need a confessor. Were you among those who accompanied Reuben? Yes, I was. How did you get here? That seems like a dumb question, but okay. I was covering the retreat of my comrades, and I'm proud of it. Where'd they take Reuben? Tell me and I'll get you out of here. No, it'll be the other way around. You get me out of here, then I'll tell you. I promise I will. You won't get a chance to break that promise. Wait for me. All right. What an interesting thing to be watching. The servant will tell me what I need to know in exchange for a pardon. Will the commander refuse me this gift? Try again. Oh, I think I actually did get through that time. Yeah, I feel like I haven't gotten a big chase your tail day as Clara yet.
The Inquisitor and I haven't held council even though it's against the rules. I place my trust in the doctors.
Whatever you do, prudence is always necessary. I need the prisoner who accompanied Reuben. Why do you need him? He promised to say where Reuben had been taken. Yes. Let him speak while facing the barrel of a rifle. Why release a dangerous rascal with violent proclivities? I've promised his freedom. I will do it as you ask, at my own risk. From now on, you can always ask me for help. You need protection. Thank you. Go to the prisoner. I'll order him released. Take my word for it. I believe it. I'm worried about that with the birds sometimes. That's why can't give him seed all the time. It's also not healthy for him to eat seeds all day. Alright. Prisoner was set free. Is he going to be right outside so I don't have to go through the jewel clouds again? Hey. You shouldn't breathe prison air for too long. Okay. Have you been told what the orders are yet? They're letting you go. Speak. There's one more place in this town that has sturdy bars on windows. It's in the works. They used to imprison those Luddite workers there. Superstitious stepfolk would often sabotage the machines and... You know the place I'm talking about, right? I'm sure I do. The Corpulent Workshop. Okay. They took Reuben to the works and put him in a cell beneath the Corpulent Workshop. I should go there at once. I believe that's the same cell that, the Bachelor was jammed into. Good. A lemon. Not that I'm hurting for food right now. Chickens are too low IQ, though, to know when they've got something good coming to them. My thought is I didn't realize you needed a wasp removal guy. I thought all you needed was a super soaker. Unless we're talking about, you know, if there's bigger wasps than the ones we just get in Cali. I mean, I don't know, does he show up with his big hulls? Just tons of like wasp nests. Yeah, this situation was all kinds of bad. Right here. Okay. And I'm realizing I need to increment to save. I haven't done that yet today. You're not Ruben.
Yes.
Tell me where the fuck Ruben is, god damn it. I hate day 10. God damn it. Not you. 3-foot diameter nests. Oh, the kinds that like really in there. Those are pretty big though. If not me, then who? What happened here? Can't you see yourself? I was walking out of my lair. Was passing by this workshop when I heard a noise. There were those 6 or 7 men dragging Stach away. I had to take them on. Sadly, I didn't help Stach in the end. Couldn't push my way through to him. You've taken him again? Yes, got away. I was pinned down by 3 of them. Or was it 4? He has to count how many organs he has. Okay, well, if we got kidneys here, we should have a total of 8 kidneys. I gave them quite a thrashing, but got roughed up myself. Looks like a damaged knee and a broken ankle. But perhaps it'll be alright? What a beast. I just wish I could get Stach out. Could you tell Vlad the Younger, at the very least? Perhaps I should tell Grief. No, that one's shrewd, has plans of his own, which apparently don't involve Stach anymore. He's becoming useless to everyone. No one even remembers it was him who made the vaccine. He let the Bachelor take all the credit, so that he had something to brag about in front of Aglaya. So that's that. I'll go myself, don't worry. I'll manage. Where could they have taken him? I think they were shouting about going to Spinny Yarn Square. Is that the one where the theater is? Yes, I can guess why. There's a certain place there. I wandered into it once, a maze underneath the knots. Vlad the Younger had made one of the creep holes when he dug his well, and the other one was on the rear side, behind the theater. It was there that I saw that creature, that apparition, the Rat Prophet. The Rat Prophet was there, yes. Did he show you the way out? I don't know. The exit didn't lead into the theater itself, but a little way behind it. Search there, or maybe summon this rat devil for help. He must know how to get to that creep hole. I don't want to. I'd rather manage on my own. Okay. So, yeah, day where we have to chase our tail. My path has returned me to the theater where Reuben is being kept in some horrifying dungeon. The Rat Prophet waits there as well. A little bit disappointed that I haven't encountered a new step creature. Unless, I guess if I count myself. Really, game? You're gonna cheat me out like that? No, I'm gonna punch you for that. Putting the jewel clouds right outside the door. It's the worst. Does that with, Aspity too. Come on. That's silliness. Okay. I just want to check these. No, I probably shouldn't at this point. Probably a waste of time. Alright. But yeah, I guess if I count myself as a step creature, I guess I encountered a new one. Oh no, well then again, everyone else has already encountered me, so. I want to meet with Simon. I want Ghost Dad to appear. That kid got any schmouters. Bolts are cool though. I got so much stuff for bartering. I mean, honestly, I'm feeling pretty set for the rest of the game. I got a lot of money. Bunch of food. Bunch of meds. But if something goes sour, someone gets sick. It's kind of all for naught then. It might be worth it to go around and give everyone monomycene. Oh, yo, the rat prophet is just outside. That's fine. Rat prophet's kind of my dude. Lo and behold, what do you want, Plague? Did you see Reuben being brought here? I have witnessed quite a few mysterious events. Wait, let me look at my card here. Always do the opposite of what Rat Prophet says. Okay. Now I'm prepared for this conversation. That was one among them. It may have taken place in the future, or maybe the recent past. Which would you choose? I always choose the future. Careful. May be a bad call. What do you need Reuben for? I'm going to decide his fate, as was preordained. Reuben rests underground. Doesn't seem like he's getting out of there anytime soon. Are you sure you want to join him? I am. Let's go.
Oh! Oh!
I had to reload. Birdie boy in here. Oh, is he thirsty? Rat Prophet. Just the devs trying to fuck with me. Oh, my ambiance. This is why I'm going to leave you for a Finnish muscle jock. You're spooking him. It's too dark for that. Oh, wait. Let's reload our Derringer before we have the same thing happen again. It's funny how those scrawny men, though, weren't able to take me. It took them so many punches to do anything. I had time to just, like, stand there and start reloading my gun while I'm getting punched in the skull. No, kid, you still got that bullet? Oh, he's got 2 now. Okay. I'll save. And just power through this conversation. Choose the future. Decide his fate. Make sure I don't click out. Oh, can I not even loot those bodies? Finally.
Shh. They can be around.
Okay, I think Ruben's gone nuts. Everyone, get ready to pour one out for Ruben. Are you a ghost? No. You know, I've been thinking about you all this time. Do you know what your hands are capable of doing? Yes, I work miracles and heal the sick. You transform blood, Clara. You can turn any of the bound into the kind of being that even Simon was not. I can turn people into double. I don't know how it happens, but your hands enrich a person's blood with corpuscles that don't occur in ordinary people. This blood can fight the disease. Perhaps. Now listen to me. Barak has uncovered the secret of his father's panacea. He was running short on blood. He looked everywhere but couldn't find a being whose blood would combine all the necessary qualities. Blood that could stop the bacteria from multiplying and smother the disease. And so my hands create that kind of blood? Yes. Simon, the all but perfect human being, had the same blood. But it was weak. Simon was very old. In all other respects, his blood was like what Barak sought after, a holy blood, which he still desires. Still tries to wrestle from Foreman Oyen. What does this mean? This means that if we agree, we can defend the town from both the disease and the army cannons. Here's a way. We can transform bound volunteers. Their blood will then be spent to make the panacea. It's cruel, but some of the bound will agree. Why do we specifically need the bound? I suppose the predisposition in their blood was what made them bound in the first place. Perfect people with perfect blood. We have to find volunteers among the bound who'd sacrifice themselves. Simple people from the street won't do. It's been verified. I don't know how you're verifying this, like, voodoo spell stuff, but we'll roll with that. Without at least me being involved, that is to say. So the town's going to turn into a kind of shrine demanding continuous sacrifice? There's even something lofty about it. Many will agree to atone for the wrongdoings they've inflicted upon the town in their lifetimes. There is, after all, no shortage of such villainous creatures here. Bad Grief, Yulia, Soborovs, Anna, even yours truly. Do I need to give any further examples? You could easily think of half a dozen more yourself. I must think it over. Too terrible. Too risky. What was the point of repeating history if everything was known in advance? What made them say that I was the only one able to escape? The key to victory. And the key to my freedom is lost on the road I have traveled. Here are my hands. Time to act. Do I need to go around and start killing my bound? Blessed?
What?
Nope. Rat Prophet outed on me. Oh, wait. Oh, this is new. Oh. That's why it didn't give me any useful information. My mission updated. Before today, I was making rounds of the people. Now I'm making rounds of the town. My journey is over. I witnessed the seeds of righteousness within the deepest charms of evil. I was unable to find a single piece that deserved to be destroyed. But what shall I do then? Can I bring back the victims I have condemned? Can I save the ones that died because of me? Is it really within my power to perform a true miracle? What was the point of repeating history if everything was known in advance? What made them say I was the only one able to escape? The key to victory, and the key to my freedom, is lost on the road I have traveled. Here are my hands. Time to act. Okay, so I'm actually done with this day. I'm surprised. I don't know what else I'm going to do with this day. Maybe go talk to the various bound and gauge their opinions on it. This is a surprisingly fast, and also I should go around and medicate the people who are sick to make sure that they don't die in case I need them last moment. I've discovered the true nature of my gift, the ability to transform blood. Simon is no human being. They are only the bound, people that follow him. A single touch of mine is enough to distinguish Simon's bound, to turn them into imitations of Simon, willing to give their lives and sacrifice themselves to keep the town alive. The road to salvation is clear. Go to the Inquisitor tomorrow. So, surprisingly, I think we're already done with today's mission. Alright, good night, boy. That was day 10. Now, we still got some stuff to do. Including find my sister. Which I think we can jump on that right away while I'm already kind of diseased. I've caught a little bit more disease than I'd have liked. So let's go find my sister and run through some plagued houses. Shouldn't take too long. I don't think there's that many people in Bone Stake Lot to actually check. Oh, let me actually visit the Inquisitor for 2 reasons. One, I want to see if she just, like, locks me up. Also, I did cure a place of plague. So I'd like to see if she'd pay me. Maybe tomorrow I'll end up getting all the panacea I could ever hope for? Maybe. Sure, we're getting towards the end anyway, so let's go ahead and get some more monomycenium. I might even buy some ferromycenium. But yeah, let's go say hi. And there could still be other side quests I could get letters for. Including 2 days in a row, I've had quests to try and sick Bachelor and Haruspix on each other. Which I may have just gotten a letter for right now. As I walk through some plague. That's what I get for talking. Exactly what I said. Is this... Is it a repeat? No, okay. Now, so I'll actually read it. I wanted to just make sure that the letters weren't identical. Seeking out Barach. I've yet another request to make of you. No doors are closed before you, and no part of the town is unknown to you. Neither bullets nor blades are a threat to you, for no one in the town will dare to attack you. Artemy Barach is in danger once again. He's working in Earth now, near the Bone Stake Lot. Cool, I'm already on my... Well, I'm not on my way there, but I will be. In one of the double houses, most likely. You have to warn him. The assault may happen any moment from now. I will reward you very well. And that's going to be about the Bachelor. Denil. So, if he's in a double house and bone stake lot, or he could be in a plagued house. That's a possibility. The past couple times I've been seeking them out, they've been in looted houses. Bachelor is in danger. I'm writing to you with a request of the same kind. Please find Dendiel and warn him of the danger he is in. He's working in one of the wealthy houses that may be entered via the small garden to the north. Haruspix knows about it. He's going to attack as soon as he's back from the abattoir. Warn him, my mistress of the earth. Let's forget our rivalry for a while. There'll be enough time for that later. Bitch. She basically spit on me when I visited her today. Time passes quickly when you're invested, yeah. I don't know, I think I powered through this one, actually. I will say, yesterday was like, just like blam, 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 blam. Everything fit together sort of perfectly. I'm walking by these guys and I'm waiting to cough. I'm a little bit afraid I'm going to end up with too much time today. But I guess that's all right. Just gunshots ASMR. If I'm going through here, I might as well say hi to Bad Grief. So, by the way, it sounds like Bachelor is around here. Is what it sounds like Marie's describing. I'll read it again when I go that way to actually look for the Bachelor. But I want to see if Bad Grief has any interesting dialogue. Now that I'm going to probably sacrifice him. Bless him and steal his blood. I doubt it. Same thing with Laura and Yulia and Anna.
Rumor has it Boss Turek has appeared in the lot. So, the latest wasn't the last. That'd be lovely.
Alright. So, my sister and Haruspix sound like they're kind of in the same area. Yeah, we'll cut up through here. Want to decide if I want to take the railroad and go through the works, or if I want to go through north. It's quite nice being able to see all the plague and looted areas as Clara, honestly. I think it makes a surprisingly big difference on how much medicine and stuff you need throughout the game. I think it makes a fairly large difference when you're like, how about I just go around that district? Whereas when you can't see the map, I mean, you know you can purchase the map, of course, but getting it for free is far superior. Now, time for the big, before I end up not having enough time because I have to search all these damn houses. Don't flame me, dude. Let me just get into the district. So I can get tons of plague. Those are actually pretty expensive. I got 2 of them. Delta tabs. If I remember, those are actually really sick. But I got tons of the gamma, so I'm probably good. Honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I'll hold on to what I got for now. Especially, I'm probably gonna get a bunch of drugs. Okay, this is hopefully the last guy I have to pass by on my way into Bone Stake Lot. So, immediately walk into a big cloud of plague. Alright. Okay. So let's increment to save real quick. And I'm going to reread the letter from the Inquisitor and reread the dream that I've had. So first the dream. The dream doesn't have it. Is it in a letter? It's a letter I get the day before. Yeah. Okay. She was hiding in the house yet again, cowering in the corner, away from the windows. The crowd was roaring outside. They shouted. They all... reading. They made all manner of racket, but this time it wasn't her they were after. They were celebrating the arrival of the bull that appeared unexpectedly in the middle of an empty lot. This is the lot. Some of them screamed that the burros has risen from beneath the ground. Others shouted that it came down from heaven, only to be pierced by the stake that was prepared for it down below. Okay, so I guess the only clue I'm really given... 2,882 pages. Is that the length of War and Peace? Because I believe it. So the only clue I have is somewhere around Bone Stake Lot. Yeah, we'll see if I do the whole thing. I'm going through the first book almost for sure, reading that aloud, and then I'll gauge. The real question is, though, can I collect 1,000,000 roses in Katamari Damacy before I finish the book? I won't hurt for content. Well, that's for sure. Yeah, and then I might be doing all of the Metal Gear series. Not after War and Peace, but maybe not immediately after I finish Deadly Premonition, because I only got maybe one more day. Maybe 2 days left of playing that. I might not rush into doing Metal Gear, but I have light plans to do all of Metal Gear in a row, chronologically by the games. So starting with Metal Gear 3, and then working my way up to Metal Gear 4, which is funny that the games that are in sequence with each other are also the furthest apart. Okay, and then for Ruspix, yeah, the canon order. So, and then I think the only thing is Bone Stake Lot, Double House. Okay, so this is gonna be my first guess as to where my sister is. Oh, please, game, please. Okay. Where you at, sissy? Getting no loot right now. Let me actually look at the map real quick. So this house, I don't know how much of this is considered Bone Stake Lot, and also which of these are technically, because as I said before, I'm not sure if these are actually plagued. Look at that. You fucking lied, you little bitch. You're right by a window. You're so sweet. Such eyes. They're not like mine at all. And I've been missing you so much. Okay, that just ends it. You need to leave at once. The whole place is infected. You know as well as I do that the infection won't do anything to me. I can't go anywhere now. I'm now hated by those who used to love me. They torture me, they burn me, and hurl stones at me. I have to hide. See, everything's already dead in here. While elsewhere, there are people waiting for you. Yes, that's true. I know that there's another place where the air is still healthy, where my faithful are waiting for me. They miss me. I'm leaving tonight to seek refuge with them. It'll be better that way, sister. Alright. First shot, finding my sister. I'm gonna finish this day way too fast. We're gonna go halfway through day 11 today. The game's choosing to wrap itself up fast for some reason. Okay. So let's do increment real quick. So, double house. These are double houses. These are double houses. So those look like the only candidates for where the Haruspics could be. Let's go find them. I'm not even sure if I can actually enter these houses. This guy's gonna torch me, I can feel it coming. Okay. Okay, so this is a looted house. For entering looted houses, then we're actually looking for who comes out of them. Okay. So we're looking for butchers and stuff and worms like this. Alright. So I want to check this place for goodies. I think I've actually gotten some decent loot from the houses that Haruspics and Bachelor have occupied. Make sure I should still kind of keep aware. That's probably everyone who's in this building. That Delta tabs. Anything actually worth dropping for those? Doesn't look like it. The Neomycenium's pretty rubbish. You know, alpha tabs are too. But it's easier to get a huge stack of alpha tabs and then sell them. Hey, Haruspics. Chasing you all around town.
What was that? I must be seeing things.
Are you staying here for long, Barach? Any plans to go anywhere? I wouldn't have come to a place like this if I didn't have serious plans. Why do you ask? I need you to stay here for at least an hour. 2 would be even better. It would be best if you stayed put until you're paid a visit. Why? I'll tell Aglaya where you are. She's looking for you. She'll send someone after you. Well then, that's reason enough for me to stay here. Be careful, Barach. It's very dangerous here, as you can see. Found the Haruspics, but decided to not disturb him. Wonder how well the Bachelor will pay to learn the location of his enemy. Alright. Now we go find Bachelor. Get him to try and kill the Haruspics. Let's just unload that rat. Okay, and we'll increment to save as well. Okay, let's reread the letter from Maria. He is working in one of the wealthy houses that may be entered via the small garden to the north. The Haruspics knows about it. He's going to attack as soon as he's back from the abattoir. So, wealthy houses entered via the small garden to the north. Are these houses? No. Yeah, that's a tomb. And maybe this is the garden that she's referring to? I'm trying to figure out. Garden to the north. I mean, this makes the most sense. I don't know what's up with this little graphical glitch, though. I haven't seen that in any other campaign. Look at the blue for a moment. I feel like I've not gotten as many updates to this map as the other characters did. Well, if someone else gets a hot theory as to where the Basher can be, I'll go check out these 3 houses until then. Although I kind of expect him to be in a looted district. Dunno. Bit curious. Let's see, actually, since I'm right by. Let's see how Andrew's doing. Because he's been sick the longest. He's also gotten the most medication. Alright, taking all bets that Andrew's dead. Taking all bets. Oh, no, he's good. I should also give drugs to Georgi while I go by. That bet. one day, maybe. If I ever get, let's say, if I one day get 10 average viewers, I'll make a bot that you can place bets in chat. Maybe. If I get 10 average viewers, I'll think about it. Honestly, it wouldn't be that hard of a thing to program, I'm sure. Just knowing, getting the right plugins for it to connect to Twitch chat is probably the hardest part. Beyond that, it's all pretty easy. I just had the thought that if I make it so that mods can actually set up the bets and stuff, that would make my life a lot easier than having to, every time I say it, I have to think to do it. But at the same time, now that I'm saying that aloud, that means I have to have a mod constantly with an ear open for when I say stupid shit. This town has so gone to shit. Oh, dag. He's skilled. I know, he's trained. I don't know why I took the South Bridge. It's because I'm thinking about gambling. I'm sorry, sometimes I just can't stop thinking about gambling. I'm fine, though. I have some really good medical stuff on hand. I have 2 of the, big med kits. I think almost a dozen of the, bandages. And I got morphine. I got morphine and any other painkiller I could potentially just want. I mean, I could just do Novocaine all day if I felt like it. Hell, if I do everything I need to in this day, I might just do a bunch of Novocaine and lay in bed. Till it's time to go to the theater. Surprise, motherfucker. Okay. So, I think that she's referring to one of the houses here. But I don't know. actually things I kind of want in there, but not stuff I'm interested enough to bother to get. Oh, was I out of bullets? Okay. Now I do want to go back if I ran out of bullets. Now I'm actually a little bit worried. Oh yeah. I used my last bullet on that guy. I didn't realize I had gotten so tight for ammo. Still no bachelor. Oh, bachelor, where art thou? You better not be hiding in a corner like my sister was yesterday. I was honestly really lucky that I caught her. This guy's a double door. Where are you, bachelor? Yeah, and another thing is I've actually made quite a bit of profit raiding these plagued houses. More so than I expected. And you know, I ain't got no special privileges as Changeling. I guess I can't get that guy for whatever reason. That keep me from getting plagued any more than anyone else. But I guess it's just, you know, understanding the mechanics of the game better. And knowing I can better survive the plague than I realized. I'm a little bit disappointed that this date ended as early as it did. But, yeah, what you gonna do? I gotta press those damn stairs. I wanna leave this place. Oh my god, stairs. Stairs, where are you? There we go. Okay, well. I really got disoriented in that one. Alright. That's all this guy. I hope I'm understanding her correctly. The letter one more time. Let's see. One of the wealthy houses entered via the small garden to the north. Enterable via the small garden to the north. I feel like this isn't the right spot. But what other places have a small garden? And assuming that this is north, of course. Which I think we'll have to take as true. I guess the big thing is enterable via the garden. Let me check. Maybe... Are there actual houses over there? Mind flamethrower bros. That... Oh, wait. That's a maybe a small garden, maybe. But I already checked the house. Well, there's another one to check. Let's make sure either of these two buildings aren't surprisingly homes, though very unlikely that they are. Just, you chose to come out here to die, my dude? No, they're just structures, it looks like. Alright. Okay. So, if this is the small garden, maybe, then it's either this or this. Do a quick increment. I'll go with the closer one to her first, actually. That over there is a store, so I can't seem to enter this building for some reason. Why is that? Something break? I don't know. Maybe that house is just broken for some reason. Oh, might as well. Let me actually look again. What was Bachelor doing? Working in one of the houses. So that does sound like he might be in a plagued house. If he's doing doctor work in a plagued house. Just like that, we get some morphine. Where are you, Daniel? I got hung up on the deal there. I'm just getting torn up by plague right now. And I'm disoriented now because of it. I think I've scoped this place out. Let's check the other one. Alright, Bachelor, where are you? I just realized a way I could be interpreting that letter. I'll finish checking this place out, though, first. Fine, we'll just get more lemons. Lemons forever. Sure it's not behind me. That's fine. Meteorum's pretty trashed here at this point. And with there only being 2 days left, I'm not that worried about getting petty painkillers. But it's possible that I'm gonna say looted districts are back on the menu, boys. But let's get out of this place first. And probably do drugs once we leave. Unless I decide to check a looted place immediately. Or just get a bunch more plague. Okay. So, if we interpret it as a place that is enterable by a garden in the north. Let me look at the letter again. One of the wealthy houses that may be entered via the small garden to the north. So we need to find a house actually with a garden to the north. I was thinking it just that a garden that was to the north would then have a house that's enterable. But that's the problem with the English language. So let's go ahead. So I'm going to think that he's in a looted district again. This may be the garden that we're talking about. So that would put probably these three houses, potentially this one, as the house the bachelor's hiding in. Let's go ahead and save and do a bunch of drugs. Let's go ahead and do this. Man, I love how effective that is. And immunity boosters. Yeah, when you really let your plague get out of control, antibiotics fix that stuff just like blam. Oh, and also I can kick the exhaust. I'll wait for the exhaustion to get higher. But I have... How many goddamn lemons do I have? 34 lemons. So let's check these three houses. Okay, wait. So we gotta play some English language stuff here. Also, the music seems louder than normal. Or is it just me? Might just be me. Yo, kid. Oh, you're running, technically. Okay. Music is less loud. Okay. May be entered via the garden to the north. So therefore, the garden is north, and I need to go south to enter the building. I think this is the way we need to interpret this. And if she's referring to this park as the garden, then it's one of these three houses. Maybe this one, but this one's a little bit of a stretch. Let's see if I'm right. How many bullets do I have? 5. Because we are going to need them. Well, assuming I'm correct in my assumptions. Wish you guys too. Not worth it. Save my bullets. Okay. It's not this house. So I should have one of the fancy lads come running at me if I choose the right house. Not one of the Slavic ninjas. I just got punched. It's looking like I might be wrong. I believe house will also have different music when I go in. Okay. So far, no good. Unless I'm misunderstanding North. But I don't think I am. Let's check in case I'm misinterpreting. Munging up the words. I mean, my understanding that this is kind of the wealthy Est district. Small garden to the north. These are easy checks, though, because I don't have to run through an entire house. Oh, this is going to be it.
Oh!
Well, I got laid out. Did I save before doing drugs? Yeah, I know. I know. Just immediately come in, just with the fast jab too, and I'm down. Okay, this is before I did the drugs. I know which house to check, though. I don't know. I don't know what else to do with this day. I think I win at Pathologic. Take one for that. I guess, actually. There we go. That clears up a little bit more inventory space. And is slightly more efficient. I wind at Pathologics. As I recall, though, a lot of the characters did get a sort of penultimate wrap-it-up day, where there's a lot of super optional stuff, kind of like what I'm doing right now. And you get a decent amount of time to kind of prepare. Almost walked right into that cloud. And then if I walked in that cloud, I would have coughed. Then if I coughed, these two flamethrowers would have immediately turned around to try and kill me. Okay. Can't actually do anything about that guy. I'm too low on bullet to risk it. And I'm just like rolling in food right now, so I don't know. Maybe I'll even close this one up slightly early. So let's go ahead and save here. In case we get the same thing again. Make sure we're loaded. I believe it was the second house I entered. This one. Ah, you can even go directly from the park to this door. This will be the one. Okay. Coming from here. Damn. Alright. And that'll once again probably be the entire bodyguard. I believe it's always just 3 guys. Now the cop moving extra fast. Had trouble sort of tracking his head. By the time I was able to pull off the shot, he was already so close that I was shooting him in the chest due to my height. But now I'm down to 1 bullet, I believe. Oh, none. Well, Might as well put away the gun then. I think I should probably go to, say, Bad Grief and buy a bunch of bullets. On that note, totally glad that I bought a gun from Bad Grief. It didn't hold out. Hoping that someone would just give me a gun. That was a good call on my part. I had that feeling in my bones that the game just wasn't going to give me a weapon as Clara. Okay. Just so much morphine. Oh no, does Clara get better drop rates? Alright. Here's Daniel.
The Inquisitor didn't see the commander still. Do they really hate each other so much?
You're exactly who I'm looking for. The girl of notable peculiarity. What is it in your eyes? Those tears. Today must be a bad day for one of us. But I'm not the one you're looking for. You've got an enemy greater than me. Fight him. As you can see, I'm not trying to run away from you, and I won't. Is he well armed? I've killed his companions. He's alone. You'll deal with him without a sweat. Tell me where he is. I'm going after him this instant. Be careful. Don't make a blunder. I'm rooting for you to win. Most importantly, don't forget who pointed you the direction, or who pointed the direction to you. You'll be satisfied, Changeling. Nothing to worry about. Got my dosh. The Bachelor was generous enough. I wonder which of the two demons will come out victorious. If only it was a draw. If both survive, it will be most convenient. Okay, and I still have to warn Bachelor.
This headache is splitting. I need some rest.
Okay. Don't bother. I want to warn you, Bachelor. Go away from here. Cold demon. Someone who wants to kill you will come here very soon. Don't bother. I can read hearts like you. Or, I can read hearts like you do. But I can read the poignant hatred in your eyes, alright. You'd be very happy if someone were to kill me. Cold demon. I wish she whom I need wouldn't value your life so much. I have special plans for her. Special. Go away, Bachelor. Look at that. Managed to find the Bachelor and deliver a timely warning. Hope the reward will be worth my trouble. I should do some heals. Before my health ticks down a tiny amount and then I die. Is my health ticking down fairly fast? I can't imagine it would be. My infection's a little high. But not that high. I don't think. And exhaustion shouldn't be hurting my health. He's actually dangerous, since I don't have a gun. Before I go to sleep for this day, I should visit Bad Grief. Buy as many bullets as I can. Since I can't rely on the local children to hand any over to me. Yeah, I'm curious as to if, The reward for finding my sister gradually increases. It might. Bullets? Yes. And I mean, I'm loaded up on stuff, so why not? Just have tons of drugs. Shit, I might have so many drugs I might be able to go to Bad Grief and buy military equipment just for shits and giggles. I mean, hey, maybe it'll really pay off in the last area, or the last day area. So I have to go say hi to Maria, Nikolaya, do some rounds, give people drugs while I'm here. I could actually give some to Georgi. Let's not breathe in that mist. Plague smoke. Don't breathe this. He saw me breathing that goo and was immediately on my ass. I have to take drugs now, though. Okay, so health. Might as well just blast at this guy. I'm gonna use it up right now anyway. And my exhaustion goes up, so I have to eat some lemons. I have 2. Hunger's still on the charts, so let's go ahead and... Yeah, I'm just so loaded with stuff that I can overcome almost anything right now.
There's more life in me that can be lived.
No, I'm not taking you seriously anymore. I've warned the Bachelor, and I will remember it. The reward you are about to get is paltry compared to the favors I will bestow upon you in the future. You watch out, Maria, or I may end up the one bestowing favors. Hey, that's actually pretty good. You're pretty good. So I wonder if that's tied to what day I did it, or if that's tied to how many times I've done it. I'm gonna guess those are tied to what day. This one might be tied to how many times, and by this one I mean finding my sister.
The commander and I haven't held council, even though it's against the rules. I'm counting on you, doctors.
What are you looking for here? Perhaps I haven't scared you enough. I've cleansed another district. Are you convinced now? Maybe. Maybe. So, you think that if not for you, that district would still be infected now? Doubtlessly. I can see you're telling the truth. That's what matters the most to me right now. Well then, carry on with your work. Mind you, I will find a way to ascertain if you've been telling the truth to me now. Here's a reward, I promise you. Just make sure you remember our deal. I do remember. This has been increasing in monetary value, or I guess...
They've grown up and grown tired of
I've
me.
only missed a day of finding my sister, so I guess I don't get the best things. Like, let's say theoretically I got that yesterday. It's still not great. It's good money. I think that was almost 6K, and then I can sell, honestly, the immunity boosters, the beta tabs. Anyway, let's see what happens when I tell her that I sick Bachelor on Haruspix. The Bachelor has found your Haruspix even earlier than I did. How on earth did he manage? He has escaped death. It's not easy to capture, even with a whole gang of followers. But were you really not involved? I have my doubts about that, Clara. If my plan hadn't granted you a complete freedom of action... Yes, I did it. Are you satisfied? So all it is you just get... you just get a spanking of reputation. I mean, my reputation, you can see, is plenty good right now. Alright, well, unless if I'm going to get another letter at some point. Let's do the rounds, give people drugs, prevent death, so that on the last day I don't get stuck unable to finish the mission. Because let's say, for example, in the case of Georgi, if Georgi went tits up and he's needed for tomorrow's main quest, I could get fugged. So yeah, let's go say hi to everyone. Buy a bunch of bullets from Bad Grief. That's going to be a smart idea. Also, I am loaded with dosh. We're going to hit up every apparel store. I'm going to see if I can buy some military garb. I'm going to avoid buying it from Bad Grief if I can, because I'm pretty sure he has pretty bad markup. Difference is Grief will have it. I'm pretty sure I can actually just afford the gloves right now from Grief. And on top of that, I have this stuff, which this all sells really well. The gloves don't, but everything else there does. I mean, as far as I'm gauging it right now, Clara's campaign seems technically easier, although it doesn't immediately feel that way. I would say it's easier if you know how to keep your calm, because it does get really shitty at times, but there's always a way out. Oh, yo, army boots. And I can just straight up buy them. Look at that. Aw. And sell these. I don't need rifle bullets. I technically don't need 32 lemons, but I'll hold on to them for now. A bunch of gold rings. Actually, you know what I can do? Take off my current boots. Clothes. Boots. I'm just curious if I can break even on all this. No, I don't think that there's a way I can. Without doing some major sells. I'm afraid of selling some of these things because I have had jobs before where I've had to collect them. Selling the morphine isn't worth it. Selling, honestly, things like, say, the gold rings, though, might be. I'll sell the combustible fluid because there's nothing else I can actually do with it. The only value it does have is for selling. And then everything else I might actually use, so. New boots. Yeah, we got army boots now. Well, I'm satisfied I was able to get one military item. I might be able to get the gloves. I doubt it if I could afford the army jacket. Right on my ass. Well, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. This has been a very smooth day. Nothing really hung me up or nothing. It's 6 p.m. Yeah, probably still gonna go a little bit over. Ah, damn. Is it because the rat following me? Because I want to be able to speak to the littlest girl. Oh, I want to go see Vlad. Even though I'm not sure if Vlad can actually get sick. Littlest girl, though, is important because, as far as I can tell, she's the only one that ever has schmouters. Let's reload stuff real quick here. Because with a rat following me, it's real easy for one of these guys to just decide to blow me away. So let's go see Vlad. See how he's doing. Yeah, so I'm gonna do just a big loop around town, it looks like. I think he's been taking care of game. Oh. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is he up for execution?
Did you hear that? Did it come from inside the well?
Yeah, go around and talk to everyone, but chances are, it's gonna be a lot of non-dialogue. Maybe, depending on how I feel, I'll actually crack out the PlayStation tonight. Check out, because I'm pretty sure I have a copy of We Love Katamari. I think I had bought a copy. I don't remember. Okay. Well, Murky's safe, but let's go say hi, just on the off chance that we get another side quest.
Someone is circling the place at night.
But I'm really just more concerned with giving drugs to the sick. I wonder, I want to try something real quick. See if I can find an isolated, or at least mostly isolated. Let's try you. You'll probably resist. One bullet. He lived. Just curious as to the effectiveness of going around killing military. If I had a bunch of bullets, it might actually pay off. Oh, I think it reloaded with me taking damage. Which is not the first time that's happened. If you load like while being torched or immediately after, sometimes it applies the damage again after reloading. Maybe? I'll stop for a moment. Or did I just so happen to save right before I coughed? Double check. See that I didn't just do the same thing twice in a row. Yeah, look at that. And I have more health too. So I was right. It was applying the damage after reloading. I might try this guy. Just want to try. You take a pretty big hit to reputation, too. For only $500. I could pretty easily get the reputation back up by taking the massive amounts of painkillers and healing the sick. So I've already spoken to Notkin, who I believe Notkin was sick. But I gave him drugs, so. We cool. And I have, what, like 4 ferromycenium? Yeah, and 10 monomycenium. I should be set. So, I guess I would describe this as like the glass cannon campaign. It's very easy to fail a lot of things by just choosing the wrong dialogue options, I believe. And there are some points in the game where it gets really sketchy. But if you can keep your shit together, and you get past the like really awful parts, you end up with just a slew of everything you could ever need. That being said, I've not gotten any panacea. Which means if any of my bound got sick, so far I'd be fucked.
Rumor.
Although, hopefully, get some panacea at the very end, even if it's just a little bit to help my bound. Oh, that feels so expensive for bullets, but... So the military overalls are almost 10k from him. Actually... Oh yeah, no, he's got some jacked up prices. Doesn't look like everything is super raised, though. Looks like selling is about the same. Yeah. Seems about the same. But yeah, 5 more bullets can make a pretty big difference right now. I'll keep hitting up apparel stores as I travel. I mean, hell, other than it would just cost me tons in hunger, it's not impossible. Let's pop up to the lump, because there's no good time to go there in the rounds that I'm making. Yeah, I mean, I could almost stay up, do a 24-hour awake time just by chomping down on lemons if I got enough food. Not worth it, of course. I'm pretty sure sleeping is far superior. Bullets? No. Really only bartering for bullets right now, although I could get more. Alright, you know what? Shit does still sell good. And if it makes a difference in me being able to buy more military stuff, I kind of want it. So, rest of this day is going to be kind of like chill, hang out. Do quick chats with people. Being this is kind of the penultimate day. Just like get my ducks in a line for what is, because honestly, well, day 12 is, that's almost like aftermath day.
What?
A day to clean up anything else that got left over. Neither of the Olgimskis got executed, to my surprise. Okay, next on my list will be, looks like Grayson Aspity. I think in a lot of ways you could call day 11 the final day. being that day 12 plague is gone. The only main quest is say hi to your bound, and then make your decision in the cathedral. Looks like I'll still use, I mean, I've hit my 2-hour mark. So, I played my normal full extent. The rest is just hanging out, checking things out. If we weren't coming up so close to the end here, I probably would just go straight to the rod, go to sleep, and probably go view the mime performance and be done. But just want to be a little bit extra safe right now. Just don't want to get bit in the ass at the end. Ah, of course. Of fucking course. Oh well. Such is life. Yeah, and now I'm looking away with my hand off the mouse, so I'm gonna walk into another one. Alright. But yeah, I don't really expect anyone to have dialogues with me. This day felt a little bit empty. It felt a little bit like it wound up just for the next day of the game. What's disappointing is I didn't have a hand in the Bone Stake Law incident at all. I was kind of curious as to what would happen. By the way, flower get right there.
Even if we all have to lay down our lives here, the town itself must live. They don't make towns like this anymore.
Well, I hope you feel the same way when I'm slitting your throat on the 11th day, lady. Missy. Same thing with Aspity. I gotta go tell her the same bad news. Well, I won't be telling them today. I'll be telling them tomorrow. That's part of my disappointment, actually, is there's the revelation that I'm gonna have to go around sacrificing my bound, stealing all their blood. But I don't really get to experience that this day. Gotta wait till the 11th. Anything from you, Aspity?
What?
No. I'm thinking that after I give medicine to Sticky, I'm just gonna go to the rod and go to sleep. There's one more apparel store I'll check out. I am slightly ready for there to be a last-minute letter, because that's a definite potentiality. Watching that exhaustion meter. Let's buy. I'm probably good for food, but rather than get caught with my pants down. Alright, taking all bits that Sticky's dead. see. Oh, no. Stake is alive. So, sounds like everyone's alive, albeit many people are plagued. I guess, let's say theoretically. I'll do the check when I'm actually inside. Let's say theoretically. I get 1 panacea per bound. That would hook me up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 panacea. It's quite a bit. Oh, army boots. I've already bought army boots. By the way, it looks like the markup from Bad Grief is almost double. Or maybe it's a little bit less than double, actually. Is there actually a plague in the Termitary, or is this not supposed to actually be here? Because I feel like I've never seen that before. Oh, maybe it's saying in between the Termitary, like in the alleyway. There's plague. Walk by Peter's. Make sure his studio isn't. Let's just go around. Big plague cloud there, and and the flamethrower bro. Just reload him. But nope. So I've checked out everyone. No one's got plague, and I highly doubt that I'm going to be getting any side quests. So I guess we just go the rod, do some drugs. We can nap. Increment to save real quick. Okay, let's check my stats. My infection's pretty low. I might actually not need to do any drugs right now, other than some immunity boosters. Take off my clothes. Immunity boosters. I got 4 bottles of morphine. Okay, so this will put me at 3 a.m. Yeah, high immunity really does prevent infection from growing.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
All right, let's go see the mime performance. Increment to save, and we'll probably save right outside the theater. Call it for the check this letter. So I got another letter from my sister, because we do still got. Oh, here we go. We got the Simon Babu in here now. Checking out the Plague Districts real quick, and I'm probably going to have to also find Bachelor and Haruspix this day as well. So let's read the letter. It was just as if she was waiting for me. For as soon as my eyes were shut... Actually, let's, the Simon Babu. Let's do it inside where there's less rain. The Simon Space Babu. For as soon as my eyes were shut, she appeared before me. They have betrayed me, she said. My faithfuls have given me up. I only have you now, my soul, my inseparable connection. I would have asked you to join me, but I have no notion of where my feet have taken me. Frightened, I fled the theater. I ran down the stairs and come to a place which seemed hard to stumble upon. I concealed myself there. Small house between the 2 larger ones. There's no way I can come near the windows. There's no one here to answer my cries. Find me. Come visit me and comfort me. In return, I will comfort you. I lost speaking privileges after that. I'm just telling it like it is. Okay, so theater. This sounds like what she's describing. A smaller house in between larger ones near the theater. Let me double check. Ran down the stairs, came to a place which seemed hard to stumble upon. I concealed myself there. A small house between two larger ones. No way I can come near the windows. Anything else that matches that description around the theater? Maybe this. Possibly. Ooh, wait. Down the stairs. She went this way. She left the theater and went down the stairs. Perhaps this house, then? A smaller one between two larger? Possibly also this one. Brian fled the theater, ran down the stairs, came to a place which seemed hard to stumble upon. Concealed myself there. Small house between two larger ones. The whole story is kind of silly when you lay it out like that. Well, I guess so is 2001: A Space Odyssey. He saw the big black rectangle and it turned him into the space babu. he went, and then the spaceman went to Jupiter, and he saw the big black rectangle, and then he saw himself as an old man, and then he became the space babu. And that's the plot of 2001: A Space Odyssey. But yeah, so went down the stairs, so definitely this part. Could be this building. Could be this building. I'd wager this one. Ooh. Unless it's this one? If this one's technically infected, that could be the guy. This guy's lower on the priority list. We won't be checking it tonight, though. Because it's time to wrap up after we see the mime performance. A painfully smooth day 10. It was a little too free. But maybe day 11 is going to be a real ball buster. As far as I'm aware, though, no one should be dead. Okay, so you'll just despawn. I'm cool with that. Yikes, dude. Okay. Over a rat? Oh, man. Well, this has been a preview to day 11. The game is definitely out to get me right now. It got mad. Whew, Artemy, he mad. In the description of hard to come by, that could just be, that could just be talking. But, that does make me want to favor a place that has a bunch of fences near and around it. I mean, I might have an opportunity to start searching for my sister right away when I start up tomorrow. Since it's, 4 a.m.? Just about to be 4 a.m. And I probably won't even get a letter till, 7 at the earliest. Because that's when the day kind of turns over for realsies. Okay, can I scarp her? Can I scarp her? Okay. Unload that plume. Alright.
The law of gravity is tragically incompatible with dream catching. Illusions have to be let go of in good time.
There is a tricky way to save the specular tower, but there will be casualties. What do you say?
The law demands that we remain silent, as if there's nothing to save but this ridiculous tower.
There is another tricky way. It allows for saving the town of men, but it also requires a sacrifice to be made. What do you say?
The law is impartial. The choice is yours.
Is there an alternative way to subvert your ridiculously unfair law?
We're just doing our job. Why all the fuss? You've got time. Live some more.
All right. Our save for day 11. Be prepared. Let me actually hit the save and pull up the webcam and stuff. Give me a moment here. And also get a little bit of juice. Oh, the foreshadows? Give me a moment. They got yeah, the Lamau. The foreshadows are okay. I would argue, I don't want to be that guy, but I'd argue that they're slightly too esoteric, that they don't make that good click in your brain, you know what I mean, until after you've already gone through the game once. But maybe that, I guess that would add something because you do repeat campaigns, so I guess it works out from that. I've liked how different Clara's storyline has been. That's been a lot of fun. It makes me wish that Bachelors and Haruspics had a higher contrast in their campaigns. But there's some things I think that could be added. I think especially to Bachelors. Bachelors is kind of the a bit empty. I'd like to see a little bit more direct effect of each character on each other. I talked about this yesterday. I would actually like to see a competitive Pathologic. Missing quests. Yeah, directly quests are a bit short for Clara. There's a lot of side quests that don't really do much. They're kind of just... you get a lot of repeat ones of find your sister, find Haruspix, find Bachelor, and free reward. And that's kind of it. You don't get a lot of the make hard choices that the other characters get for their side quests. You know, Bachelor, I think, had the best side quests, actually. Because he had the collect money, or collect food and stuff for the hospice. We had the firing line, getting prisoners out of jail. Bachelor definitely had the best side quests. But he was missing a certain je ne sais bleu that Haruspix really had. Haruspix and Clara really do feel very unique, whereas Bachelor is kind of, I mean, I guess that's, you could argue that's intentional. Yeah, collect food while you starve. It's something to think about. Are you going to use that money, as I did, to just buy lots of food? Bachelor, I think, struggled the most for getting food, but that's probably partly because it was just my first time through. Maybe if I played Bachelor again, I would have a different opinion. But, yeah, I mean, I might, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have enough gusto to do like a long form discussion on this game. I kind of would like to, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually put in that sort of effort to have like a 2 to 3 hour talk about Pathologic. And also, I'll tell you another thing that makes me not want to do a long form discussion about Pathologic is, I'm gonna guess, without having done any searches for it, it's probably something that has been done ad nauseum. Tons of people, I'm guessing, have already done their long form discussions on what they think about Pathologic, and I'm sure all their opinions are inferior to mine, cringe and not spicy enough. All of them are low IQ bad opinions that should be blown out of the water by mine. Yeah, every review is 3 hours long. Yeah, so it's part of the reason I would feel like I'm just treading ground that's already been tread. I don't know if I would actually have anything that unique to offer. Maybe I would. Maybe every other review is really bad. It's possible. That's not a crazy idea. So with day 11 coming up and day 12 never really having anything in it, I mean, maybe we'll have like, I'm thinking about doing day 11 and day 12 all in one go. Might do that. I mean, I like this song, but it's a little bit oppressive when I'm trying to talk. There we go. Was a play before it was a game. That's neat. I like that. I hope they did my idea. Oh, concerning my idea, yesterday I talked about the concept of having potentially a multiplayer version of Pathologic, where you would play it in locked in day by day, and you would play as competing characters, potentially trying to foil each other, and then the next day you would get the results, and you'd have to deal with one player foiling your attempts, and you foiling your opponent. So a balance of trying to maintain your own goals while trying to thwart another active player. You wouldn't ever directly interact necessarily, but you would create circumstances that would make their play more difficult. Do I think multiplayer breaks immersion? Immersion, what even is? But yeah, no, it wouldn't be like Fortnite, very live, especially because it's a slow, pedantic game. But I mean, I'm coming from someone who does a lot of like traditional games and stuff like that. It would be almost like a classic, like play by email Dungeons and Dragons game, where you would play the game. Let's say each day would probably have to be shorter for convenience sake. Let's say the total time span of a day is about an hour real life time. You'd play that, and then it would lock it out, like let's say for a week. And then the next week you would show up, and you would have to deal with whatever the other players had screwed with you. Potentially good. It would have to be I think this is why it wouldn't break immersion. It could actually potentially enhance it, because it would have to be with probably not randos online. It would be with people that you know, and it would be more of a role play experience, more in a traditional game style, and less of a, I guess competitive game is the wrong thing to say in this concept. It's an idea. It might be trash. I mean, well, you know what? Okay, I can say this. It's technically a good idea because it has existed for years in the form of just role-playing games. Yeah, no, and you could even potentially, like, let's say there was more characters or something like that to work with. You could potentially even say, me and Haruspix and Changeling end up making an alliance together just to specifically take down the Bachelor. And maybe something can play out that way. Maybe that happens, and then Changeling actually is trying to set up Haruspix to then backstab him. You know? The way a lot of semi-competitive traditional games can go, like Paranoia, Shadowrun, Five Rings. So yeah, games that have high political gameplay to them would kind of fit, and it would just be like a digital equivalent. The medium would be digital, would be the main difference between it and a normal traditional game. So theoretically it would work, but I mean that's neither here. We're playing wishes now. Yeah, from what I know about the Pathologic board game, it's a very board game. It's not a role-playing game, really. Isn't it a like throw dice, walk spaces type game? A little bit more beer and pretzels, as it is so called. Yeah, just play against the plague. Yeah, I think, no joke, like, Artemy could probably put together a pretty good traditional role-playing game in this sort of environment that he's created that would work out in a neat way. But this is these are kind of like big thoughts to be. I wouldn't blame them for being sick of Pathologic. But it's easy to get sick of your cash cow when it's probably their most profitable game. That's how, what's his name? I can't remember who did Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He hated Hitchhikers by the end of the series. And I'll be honest, I think that at least the first Dirk Gently book is better than Hitchhikers. The first Dirk Gently book it's okay. I mean, it's comedy science fiction, so I don't have a very high standard for it. I'm not grading it against Isaac Asimov. Yeah, years of my life, a few hours of your leisure. Yeah. But hey, you can't complain too much because he is getting those dollars from the people who are getting those few hours. You know what I mean? So anyway, getting late here. Tomorrow, with it being holiday, maybe stream, maybe not. If there's a stream, a good chance it's going to be Dragon Quest. We'll be back to this game Monday night. And I might do the entire game or the what remains of the game in one go. From the 6 people that play it. Ouch! Oh! It's called Pathologic 2 because that's how many people bought the game. So I would say don't expect me if I do finish Pathologic on Monday. We'll be doing War and Peace. Let me crack this book out over here, because we're going to be having, probably not next week, but the week after, we're going to start reading aloud. We're going to be reading War and Peace while I play Katamari Damacy simultaneously. And I'm going to have maps. I'm going to have pretty pictures to help contextualize the book. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully it's not bad. Beyond that, I'm also probably next time I hope it's hype. Next time I play Deadly Premonition will probably also be the last time I play that, so I don't know if I'm, if I start doing the Metal Gear Solid series, I have Metal Gear Solid 3, and I can start doing that guide. The only thing that's stopping me from doing the Metal Gear Solid thing is I don't have a way to play 4, or no, 4 has a PC release? I don't remember. We had a big old conversation about this, and I didn't retain any of it. But yeah, so be prepared for Metal Gear Solid, the entire series, in canon order, and me reading aloud some Russian literature. So this is going to be a /lit stream, but this has been a big enough closing. Let me drop a big ending here. Hugs and kisses, everyone. Live to ride.